Welcome to new session of SailPoint IIQ tutorial. In our previous tutorials, you learnt about AD application, in which you learnt about correlation, filters, different set of rules, IQ service, group aggregation, account aggregation. Now it's time to jump into provisioning plan. So we will learn about provisioning plan in this session. First of all, what is provisioning? So to understand provisioning, I will remind you about my previous session in which I talked about feature string. Feature string is nothing but a CSV list of strings which tells you that what are the capabilities of this connector or this application. If a connector or application has a feature string called provisioning, in that case SailPoint understand that this application or this connector has capability of doing the provisioning into the target system, and the provisioning is nothing but the writing capability or the modify capability of the accounts or any other object type like groups or roles or whatever object that application supports. So in case of Active Directory, which has a feature string called provisioning, it has two object types. One is account and other is group. So in that case, SailPoint has capability of creating a new account or creating a new group, modifying an account or deleting an account or unlock password or updating a group. So SailPoint has capability of modifying both the object types, account and group, in case of Active Directory application. So first of all, provisioning can be done when the feature string has provisioning in it. So if a feature application or a connector doesn't have provisioning, in that case SailPoint directly cannot write or modify into target application. There can be other means SailPoint can modify, like integration config. Regarding integration config, we will learn in different topic, different session, but for now and just understand that SailPoint has other ways also, so that it can write into a target application or modify a target application, or it can create a manual form. Manual forms are nothing but a set of form fields and has the details of the account which has to be changed or modified into target application, and this information is passed on to the person who is responsible for doing the modification into target application manually. So this is nothing but a manual process. This happens when the SailPoint is not able to do the modification or write into target application directly or automatically. In that case, SailPoint notifies a person who is responsible for doing the changes into the target application manually. We will look into the manual process also, but today's agenda is to look into the automated process or the provisioning plan, which is responsible for creating or modifying an account or any group object. So the provisioning process helps the business to manage the access of its employees or personals or any contract employees. There are many ways to raise a request of provisioning. So whenever I say provisioning, just Remember that provisioning can be a request of creating an account or deleting an account or modifying an account or any such sort of such kind of actions which needs a modification into the target application. In short, all the actions can be termed as provisioning. So whenever I say provisioning, so just understand that it could be any of these actions. So there are different ways of raising a provisioning request. The famous way is using access request, manual access request page, in which a manager or a user himself can raise a request for some entitlement or role in the access request page. There are other ways also, we will look into them, like certification, policies. So we will look into them also in subsequent tutorials. But today we will look into the access request page and how to raise an access request. So all the request has a provisioning plan. So provisioning plan is nothing but a XML syntax that SailPoint understands. So SailPoint understands a particular syntax of XML to understand that what account or which identity has to be modified and how it has to be modified. We will look into that XML also. So this is a XML, or we can say a provisioning plan or just plan. So I may say just plan, plan in my tutorial throughout. So this is a XML, a sample XML in which I have a provisioning plan object. So you can see here, this is a provisioning plan object tag, and it has certain things like native identity. So you can see we have a native identity in provisioning plan object, or XML which represents the provisioning plan object. The native identity will contain the identity name. This identity name will be the identity on which we are trying to modify or do the provisioning. Then the other thing will be the target integration. So target integration is nothing but it tells SailPoint by which medium the modification is going to happen. So it can contain the application name itself, or it can contain the integration config. That we will see little later. But if it has application name, in that case SailPoint understand that the modification is going to happen by the application connector itself. So there are some ways like integration config, which we will discuss in subsequent tutorial, in which integration config modifies the target application in a different route, and for that we can write our own code, we can write our own method. But for now, just forget about this integration config thing. For now, just let's keep it simple, and for all the target integration, the value will be the application name, which will tell SailPoint IIQ that SailPoint connector is responsible for doing the integration, for doing the changes in the target application. So SailPoint connector is the way SailPoint will be talking to the target application. Then next we have account request. So inside provisioning plan object, we have a new object which is called account request. Account request tells you that which kind of application and which kind of operations we are going to do on a particular account. So an identity can have many accounts. So that identity name we give at the top here in the provisioning plan. But for that INT can have an account in AD, in Salesforce, in ServiceNow. It can have access to many different applications. So account request is the object which tells SailPoint that on which account out of all the accounts the INT has, on which account we are going to do the modification. So this is the place account request app which tells you we have to supply application. In application tag attribute we have to have application name, which says out of all the n number of accounts this INT has, this provisioning plan is for this particular application name. And the native identity, this tells you that, let's say the INT has access to AD application, and in AD application it has two accounts. So this is quite possible that an INT has access to an application, and for that application it has two accounts. One account is, let's say, for administrator work, and one account is for simple work. So this native INT will tell you, or will tell SailPoint IIQ, that for identity, for this INT, for this INT, for which application, and for which application which account. So out of many accounts the INT has, for that application which account I have to work on, or which, for which account we have to modify. So now we have to also tell SailPoint IIQ that either we are trying to create a new account, or we are trying to delete an account, we want to disable an account, or we were trying to enable, lock, or modify, or unlock an account. So again, this is purely based on the capability of the connector. If a connector has only create or delete an account, then we have to make sure that we are using the right operation. So this OP tells you the operation, what kind of operation you're trying to do on the account. So let's recap about provisioning plan. So provisioning plan is nothing but an object. We will see that object in the Java doc in a moment. So provisioning plan should have a native identity which tells SailPoint IIQ that on which identity I want to do the modifications, and the modification is being done by the connector or by some other means like integration config. So that has to be mentioned in target integration. This will tell that the connector is responsible, or the integration config, which we will see little later, is responsible for talking to the target application. Now for that INT, for which application or for which account we are trying to do the modification or different operations like create, delete, disable, enable, lock, modify, or unlock. So that information will be passed in the account request object. So again, we can see the account request object and into the Java doc we will see in a moment. But for that, before that, we have to pass the application that the app that which tells that the INT has access to the application this, and which account of that application has to be modified, or has to be created, or has to be disabled, enabled, lock, or unlock. So those operations can be passed into the OP attribute. Now let's move forward and see what is attribute request. So let's say you want to create an account in Active Directory. In that case, Active Directory demands certain attributes, certain mandatory attributes that we have to pass in this provisioning plan. Like we have to pass SN, SAM account name. Those sort of attributes are mandatory for creating any account in Active Directory. Similarly, for different applications, demand different attributes to be mandatorily passed in the provisioning plan. So those attributes are to be passed as an attribute request object. In that, we pass a name. In the name, we tell the SailPoint IIQ what attribute we want to do pass and what should be the value that we want to pass. And also, are we trying to add that attribute, or we are trying to remove that attribute, or we are trying to set or retain or revoke those attribute. So in case of create, let's say we are trying to create an account. In that scenario, the operation will be add or set, and we can pass the attribute name and value. Similarly, we can have multiple attributes, and there's no limit of attributes as long as what all things you want to pass in the target application. So this is all how a provisioning plan looks like. Provisioning plan object, we have to pass a native INT in provisioning plan object level. Then we have to pass the account request. We have to pass for which application we want to do the modification, and for that application what is the native INT application account that we want to modify, what will be the operation on the account. Are we trying to create the account, or are we trying to delete, disable, enable, lock, or modify or unlock the account, and for doing that operation on that account, what all attributes I need to pass, and do I have to add, remove, set, retain, or revoke the attribute. So this is the provisioning plan which gives you the syntax how to modify one account. What if you want to modify more than one accounts in one go? In that case, you can have multiple account requests inside one provisioning plan. So the provisioning plan will look like something. We have one account request starting from here and ends at this point, and after that you will have another account request starting from there. So it will be like something like this. It will be something like this. So in this account request, again you have to pass on all the things like application, native INT, operation, and inside them you have to pass attribute request, name, value, and operation. So this is the way, or this is the syntax how SailPoint demands a provisioning plan, and this is syntax which SailPoint understands. But now the question is how to create a provisioning plan. Do we have to create this XML for SailPoint, or SailPoint will automatically create this kind of XML for me? So the answer is yes, and the answer is no. As I told you, there are many ways to raise a request, provisioning request. So there are one way that is called access request. In that way of raising a provisioning provisioning request, SailPoint creates the provisioning plan itself. And there is one other way in which we want to create event based provisioning request. There are other ways also, like certifications. So in all those ways of raising a provisioning request, SailPoint creates the provisioning plan for you, but there are no foundation that you cannot create your own provisioning plan by your code. So whenever you want to create your own provisioning plan in a workflow or in a rule, you can always do your or write your own provisioning plan with the help of the API available in Java doc. We will look into it, but for now we will see the way SailPoint creates the provisioning plan for you. So now we will jump on to the application itself, and we will see where SailPoint creates the provisioning policy and where you have to pass or you have to make a form for